Yo, what is cracking, my Zigified fam? Dude, it's been like a month since I uploaded, I think. Dude, I'm consistently lacking, but we're about to be consistently back with the videos. And today I'm going to show you how to make a beat like Miss the Rage, which recently came out by Trippie Redd and Playboi Carti. And I'm going to be doing this without samples, so hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so obviously if you're watching this video, you know what style the beat is, and you know it's like an iconic style, so I'm gonna try to replicate something like that today without samples, of course, because if you know the song used a sample, but like if I just use a sample, then like what's the point? Like, it's not gonna teach you anything. For the chords, I'm gonna use this lead in Nexus. You could see it right here. People might recommend like Serum, but like, you know, I don't have Serum, so like Nexus is gonna have to do. And I think Nexus actually sounds pretty cool for this, so it's not even a problem. So I'm working in C minor, 158 BPM, and I made these chords, and I'm going to explain kind of how I did it. So like obviously we're in C minor, so C would be like the root note, and you would think C would be the thing to come first, but it doesn't. I actually do like a build up into C, and it sounds cool. And then the notes up here are just the notes that would be like the second note of a chord if I was making chords. I didn't use a third note because I think the second note sounds better. And here I just changed that, but I did the same pattern, and then this is the same, so I'm going to play it. So as you can see, we're off to a pretty cool start. This could go in many different ways, and all of them are fire. Okay, next up is how we're actually going to get that feeling, the crazy feeling. I used the exact same lead, I'm pretty sure. And I turned on the legato. In Nexus, if you go to the mod tab, you can turn on legato, and if you don't know what that is, you basically just can slide the notes if you play another note while a note is happening. And that's going to be essential. So I basically just made this lead by constantly putting notes down, listening to how it sounded, and I finally got like a pattern that I liked, and I'll play that right now. Dude, that is mental, insane. Okay, the final melodic element is like this vocal sound effect that I reversed, and this is what it sounds like. It just kind of like constantly is building up, falling back down, building up. Oh yeah, I also put some effects on the lead. I put some reverb on the lead, and I put some wider on the lead just to make it sound better, because it was sounding kind of dry before. Okay, now onto the fun part, drums, which will go crazy. Of course, we will start with the 808, which gotta be hitting like crazy hard. I just did like a basic simple pattern. The actual secrets to making it hit really hard will come when mixing the beat. Okay, then I just threw in a snare. Pretty fire snare. And hi-hat, which is just straight two-step except for the end of every 2 bars. It just gives it a bit more bounce than it usually would have had. And finally, this sound effect. Which, dude, it just fits in with the hi-hat bounce that I did. I would have to play all the drums together for you to hear that. Okay, here are all the drums together. Okay, now that we got all of our elements, there is literally nothing left to do except arranging. So as you can tell, I kept it simple, but arrangement will keep it feeling saucy, you know? Okay, so firstly, I literally just, I rendered out the melody, pitched it down 12, and reversed it, and it sounds kind of cool as an intro. So yes, that will work as an intro. And then after the intro, we need a way to fade it in, so I just used a reverb automation to make sure it kind of more seamlessly faded in, and I also got a riser here, which will help as well. And then it just drops into all the melody on, and then where the chorus would be, I guess the hook, it drops into just the chords with all the drums, and then the melody comes back in, and then the verse, we hit a crash here. We remove a lot of stuff to keep it bare, and then we just loop that twice or once. We copy this, and this is the same thing as over here. And then just on the outro, we hit the melody, and I got the 808 again, and then I hit the reverse thing again, reverse melody, and that gives a pretty good mix up, I'd say. Okay, now probably everyone's favorite part, mixing. So the way I got the 808 hitting the way it did, like, I know you didn't hear the final mix yet, but I think it hits good. I put an EQ on the melody. You could see, it doesn't look like anything right now, but I have a peak controller on the 808, and if you set it up like this and then link it to the frequency thing of the first band or whatever, if you click that and link it to the controller, it will like move the bottom end of the melody out of the way when the 808 hits. And I think that's better than just chopping out the bottom end of the melody consistently, because then it sounds thin. This will sound thick until the 808 hits, and it'll just sound a lot better. I don't know what else to say. So that's one tip, but then the second tip is on the master, and some people are probably gonna be like, damn, this is such a stupid way of doing it, but shut up. So first of all, on the limiter, I think it'll start out on the compression tab. You gotta click limit, and then I boost the ceiling all the way up, because I don't want the limiter to actually do any limiting. I know that sounds stupid, but since I mixed with so much headroom, like this would be so quiet without the limiter. Since I mixed with so much headroom, I could crank the gain not quite all the way up, but then you're gonna be like, damn, it's gonna clip, because it's gonna go over 0. This is what the soft clipper is for, and that's how I get the crispy sound that I was looking for. So yeah, I think that's it. I guess I'm gonna play the final beat. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, follow my Instagram. I'm not even gonna say Twitter anymore. I hate going on Twitter, but goodbye.